Good afternoon, everyone. Today's topic is training and its methods. In the previous lecture, we have already discussed meaning of training and development and the difference between two, and now we are going to discuss training and its methods in detail. So, what is training? According to Edwin Filippo, training is the act of increasing the skills of an employee for doing a particular job. And Dale Which also defines training as the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge or skill for a definite purpose. So, what is training? Training is just a learning experience in that it seeks a relatively permanent change in an individual that will improve his ability to perform on the job. Training can involve the changing of skills, knowledge, attitude, or behavior. It means it may mean changing what employees know, how they work, their attitude towards their work, or their interaction with their co-workers or supervisor. So, what is the need of the training? Why training is required? Like, training is vital and necessary activity in all organizations. There is no denying the fact of this thing. It plays a major part in determining the effectiveness and efficiency of the establishment. Some of the reasons why training is needed are outlined here in this slide. First one is reduced learning time. By having qualified instructors and carefully controlled learning situations, management in many cases has been able to obtain shortened learning periods and ensure high productivity from new employees. Second point is improved performance. Training applies not only to new employees but to experienced people as well. It can help employees increase their level of performance on their present job assignments. Third point is attitude formation. And in this point, a common objective of company training programs is the molding of employees' attitude to achieve support for company's activities and to obtain better cooperation and greater loyalty. And the fourth point is aid in solving operational problems. Training of both supervisory and hourly aid employees can help reduce turnover, absenteeism, accidents, and grievance rates. For example, like supervisor is often a cause of employee dissatisfaction and grievances. Supervisory training in such areas as labor relations, leadership, human relations, and administration may improve superior subordinate relationships. Other operational problems that training can solve are low morale, poor customer service, excessive waste and scrap loss, and poor work methods. Next point is managing manpower needs. One manufacturing company found it impossible to recruit sufficient skilled mechanics and tool makers. Hence, it concluded that the best way to solve this manpower problem in the long run was to establish its own training programs. Last point is benefits to employees themselves. An employee acquire new knowledge and job skills, they increase their market value and earning power. The possession of useful skills enhances their value to their employer and thereby increase their job security. Training may also qualify them for promotion to more responsible jobs. So this was the need of training, and now we are going to discuss different methods of training. So methods of training are divided into two parts. One is on the job training and other one is off the job training. So what is on the job training? We'll discuss that. On the job training, these methods are generally applied in the workplace while employees are actually working. This form helps particularly to develop the occupational skills necessary to manage an organization, to fully understand the organization product and services, how they are developed and carried out. So, following, or you can see on the screen that there are few methods that is being written over there, like job rotation, coaching, job instruction, committee assignments, and internship training. First of all, we'll be discussing on the job training methods, and then we'll be continuing in the next slides of the job training method. So, first thing is job rotation. Now, what is job rotation? So, this training method involves movement of trainee from one job to another. It involves periodically moving periodically moving people from one job to another. The purpose of job rotation is to broaden the knowledge of managers or potential managers. It also increases their experience. Trainers or trainees learn about the different enterprise functions by rotating into different positions. They may rotate through non-supervisory work, or you can say observation assignments, various managerial training positions, and middle level assistant positions also. Such movement is necessary otherwise in the organization. And here are some of the advantages and disadvantages of job rotation. Like, it allows manager to see hidden talents, helps in exploring interests, motivates the employees, keep away all the fraudulent activities, no fraud is there, then satisfaction level of employees improved. Some of the disadvantages are that it is a wastage of time. Employees take a lot of time, and stress and anxiety level is at the top in this job rotation, and it does not check the time wasted. The next part is coaching, and from the name itself it is very much clear that employees they get some type of this assistance from their supervisor. Like you can say a good example for this is on the job training is athletic coaching. So to be effective, which is the responsibility of every line manager, must be done in a climate of confidence and trust between the supervisor and the trainees. Patience and wisdom are required of supervisors, who must be able to delegate authority and give recognition and praise for jobs well done. So, effective coaching will develop the strengths and potential of subordinates and help them overcome their weaknesses. So, job now, next point is job instruction. So, what is job instruction? In this, you can also call it as JIT. It consists of four basic steps. Otherwise, it is step-by-step training, and four steps are like preparing the trainees by telling them about the job and overcoming their uncertainties, presenting the instruction, giving essential information in a clear manner, having the trainees try out the job to demonstrate their understanding, and placing the workers into the job on there with a designated resource person who is ready to provide the required assistance. And some advantages and disadvantages of job instructions is that employee safety, increased productivity, it is very cost effective, and job instruction is helps in meeting the standards that is required for the job. And disadvantages that training field reserved about the work and their area for the work is like very much restricted. Now next is like committee assignments. A group of trainees are asked to solve organization problem by discussing their problem. This improves the teamwork of the organization. Also, they are just assigned few tasks, like they are assigned some task in the team, and they have to do and they have to complete within the stipulated time. And advantages, you can clearly it is mentioned that it builds the team spirit, it employs the motivation, it improves the employees relationships with each other, deals with real organization problem. And disadvantages are can't always reach to a conclusion, and it create hassles or a conflict among the employees. And the next one is internship training. This is also, it is also known as apprenticeship programs. Also, it can be said that also, like people seeking to enter the skilled trades to become, for example, plumbers, electricians, iron workers are often required to undergo this type of training, apprenticeship training or internship training, before they're accepted to a journeyman status. Typically, this apprenticeship period is from 2 to 5 years. During this period, the trainee is paid less than a qualified worker, and the amount they are paid is called as a stipend. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Like proper guidance is given to them, so they work more effectively and efficiently, and there is no chance of doing any mistake. Then practical exposure is given to them, they work on the job only. Then productivity is always improved. And disadvantage is that work of trainees are ignored, because supervisors themselves think that they are perfect, and they work under employees, they work under stress and anxiety. They always feel they are junior to the people who are working there, so they are always like on the low level. So next one is now next method is off the job training. So off the job training is sometimes necessary to get people away from the work environment to a place where the frustrations and buzz of work are eliminated. So training is generally given in the form of lectures, discussions, case studies and demonstration. So this enables the trainee to study theoretical information or being exposed to new and innovative ideas. So this is all about the off the job training method. So we'll be discussing these one by one. First one is like case study method. Like under case study, it deals with any problem confronted by a business. Like trainee is given an opportunity, he is given a one sheet on that case study is given, and he has to analyze that case, and that person has to come with the possible solutions, and then by applying his analytical and critical thinking, he gives solution to the problem. And advantages and disadvantages of this is that it is a good source of ideas, brainstorming is done, like good source of innovation also, creativity challenge is there. Then employees work in a in a teamwork only, like a good method of challenge ethical assumptions, good alternative or complement to the group focus of psychology. And disadvantage is that cause effect, it is hard to define like cause and effect conclusion, hard to generalize from a single case, and it is possible that there is a biasness. Now next is like incident method. Under incident methods are prepared on the basis of actual situation. Employees are given actual situation, and they have to work, according to that only, which happened in different organization, and each employee and trained group is asked to make a decision as if it is they are in a real situation. And advantages and disadvantages are like they can be employed using questionnaires or interviews, so that they can give in detail that what they think and what they don't think. And this is a flexible method, it can change according to time, and it identifies like that even rare events that might be missed by other methods. And it is useful when problem occurs but the cause and severity are not known. It is inexpensive also. And sometimes when incident happens, since these are easier to recall, it is very difficult difficult for them to recall. It will emphasize only rare events. More common events will be missed, and critical incidents often rely on memory. Incidents may be imprecise or unreported. Next one is role play. Under this, an employee is told to assume that he is playing the role of some other person, like he is the person who is acting as some other person. He interact with other participant assuming different roles. The whole play will be recorded and training gets an opportunity to examine their own performance under this. And advantages are like it indicates the skill level, it prepares the person or employee for the real life problems, and it is very social and communal. Disadvantage is that it is very time consuming, it may not be taken seriously, and sometimes people feel uncomfortable also. And next one is in basket method. Under this, employees are given information about an imaginary company, its activities and products, like HR employee and all data related to the firm. Trainee himself has to make notes and he has to prepare schedules also. This can develop situation like judgment and quick decision making skills of the employees. It is very difficult for them to understand. So in basket method, like there are so many advantages and disadvantages under this, so we'll be discussing it one by one. Like um, advantages is that it is easy to conduct, it is a flexible instrument, solution achieved can be applied later on, judges the skill set of a trainee. So what are the disadvantages? It is very time consuming, not effective for small organizations. So this is in basket method. Next one is lectures. So lectures is one of the common method through which trainees are given a training. That like one lecturer is standing in front of them, and that person is telling them about the challenges that they can face, and they can provide a high degree of trainer control over the training process and contentment. However, as the training becomes more interactive, control shifts more to the trainees. Trainee questions or answers to question shape the content of what is covered. The group dynamics help to shape the process used by the trainer in presenting the information. So as the objective for knowledge acquisition increase, the amount of two-way interaction required for learning must also increase. Disadvantage is that it decreases trainer control over what is learned and increase the time required for learning. So lecture is the most useful when trainee lack declarative knowledge or show attitudes that conflict with the training objective. So this discussion method is more effective than the straight lecture for learning higher order knowledge such as concept and principle and altitude changes. And next one is business games. And according to this method, trainees are divided into some groups and they discuss their various activities, and they will discuss and decide about various subject like production, promotion, and they themselves decide. So it is more or less like a discussion method only, and this gives an cooperative decision making process. They will work in a team and it will definitely result into a more efficiency and effective work only. So this is the another method. However, they can also reflect the actual operation of a given department in a specific company. Trainings are under this, trainees are provided with information describing a situation and are asked to make decision about what to do. The system then provides feedback about the impact of the decision, and they are asked to make their own decision. For example, if the focus is on the financial state of a company, the game might end when the company reaches a specified profitability level or when the company must declare bankruptcy. And there are a few advantages like team approach is there, high knowledge of the employees and efficiency, and they will work efficiently and effectively. It is fun and entertaining, it will build team cohesiveness approach, it enhance the creativity among the employees. And disadvantages is that it is risky also, and the time difference between how business games are delivered, it is also difficult sometimes. And next one is like simulations, or you can say it as business simulation. Under this method, an imaginary situation is created, and trainees are asked to act on it according to the given situation only. So like you can say that any training activity that explicitly places the trainee in an artificial environment that closely mirrors actually working condition can be considered as simulation. Training games and simulations are designed to reproduce or simulate processes, events, and circumstances that occur in the trainee jobs. Trainees can experience these events in a controlled setting where they can develop their skills or discover concepts that will improve their performance. So simulation activities include case exercises, equipment simulators, computer modeling, and role play and vestibule training. Advantages and disadvantages are same as the previous. Its disadvantages is that it is expensive, and really real life situation can't be completely recreated actually, and not every situation cannot be included. Advantages is that feedback is given immediately, so don't wait for real life situation. It allows trainee to undertake high risk involving decision. So management education is the next point. So management, they educate their employees how to work. Like for example, it is given here that Mumbai University has started bachelor's and postgraduate degree in management. Many management institute provide not only degrees but also on hand experience how to collaborate with the business concern, how they can improve on the job only. So conferences are there, like under conferences we have to meet, we meet different people of different background, and this enhances our knowledge and skills. Each participants he analyze and discuss the various issues related to the topic with other, and it enhances their skills. And advantages are that there is a chance to learn from others experience, and it is worthy knowledge in a large number of you can achieve a large knowledge, and you can learn in stress free environment. And disadvantage is that it is very expensive. It is very expensive to arrange the speakers and all, and affects the productivity for the concerned period, because mostly all the employees are in the conference, and for that time period work is being stopped, and this is the reason it will hamper the productivity also. Speaker does not have ample knowledge about the topic of seminar or conference sometimes, and it is a disadvantage. So this is all about the methods of training. Thank you so much.